all the dishes in this box are segregated by numbers. So each course is divided by a number. You put all the numbered boxes together, 1 with 1, 2 with 2, and 3 with 3, and so on. Now, idea is to prepare these dishes one after the other. They are part cooked, you just have to finish them. It wouldn't take long, no more than 10 to 15 minutes to put each dish together. Now, I'm going to show you that how I put these dishes on the plates at Kanishka, but you do use your own creativity and go on to impress your loved one the way you would like your food to look. So what we have here, there are 3 canapes to start with your champagne to get you going, to get you started. So we got sun-dried tomato and goat cheese mixed with some toasted cumin and toasted coriander. And we have made rice pancakes, which we call uttapams, South Indian blinis if you want to call it. Blinis, not bilinis, blinis. Let's take 2 of these. And if you wanted to loosen up a bit of tomato mixture, you could actually stick it in the oven, microwave oven I meant, just for about 30 seconds, and it will give it a kind of nice sheen on it as well. It will get the oil running and also the flavors working much better. So that's done. One's out of the way. So next one is a mushroom pate, which is homemade. We made it at Kanishka. The box 2 also has got some pickled grapes and the tartlets. Now, various ways to do it. You can make a quenelle or you can fill it. So for this one, I'm just gonna fill it because this is nice texture. And the second one, I think 1 per person is more than enough in my opinion, because you want to eat canapes as canapes, just to kind of get started, not as a filler, because if you do that, you will not be hungry by the end of the meal, because we are giving you a fantastic combination of flavors coming through and you don't want to miss out on that. So 2 or 3 grapes per tartlet would do, and I'm just taking it on top of the grape container so I can place it without missing out. And I'm putting the grapes the cut face upside. You can do it either way you want. And this pickle liquid is actually really delicious. Don't throw it away. It'll make a beautiful dressing. Whatever is left over, you could mix it in a salad and use it. Okay, and then third one, which is my favorite one, I absolutely adore this one, is beetroot dhokla with beetroot caviar on top. Okay, keep the area clean, very important. Work like a clean chef. Okay, so I'm gonna place them here. And then I've got the beautiful caviar that goes on top. Just about a spoonful will do. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. All that's done. And what's left is we got these chopped chives, and you can just sprinkle on all of them liberally, okay? It gives a nice garlicky flavor, oniony garlicky flavor, plus also it breaks the red and the green and all the colors we have. So always keep a bigger plate on which you can place it nicely. And it's beautiful. I quite like it. I hope you do too. Now what's left here is champagne. So we will be sending you a beautiful bottle of Castellano. It's a champagne, a proper champagne. So here we have, to introduce you once again, we got mushroom tartlet, porcellini tartlet. These are set mushrooms from You can buy it in southern Italy or also in France. We forage it here in the UK as well. Beetroot dhokla tartlets, you can call them, with the beetroot caviars on top, and sun-dried tomato goat cheese on rice with the pearl, and a beautiful champagne. The next recipe is baked mushrooms with some wild mushroom and mushroom curry, and we'll garnish it with some proper truffle on top. Okay, very easy recipe. We have, this is in box number 5 for you. So we have sent portobello mushroom marinated and part cooked. Keep your oven at approximately 180 to 200, depending on where you would like it to be. I think it's a little bit of butter I'm adding. You can add a little bit of oil if you wish to. And another 5 to 7 minutes, this mushroom will be perfectly cooked in my opinion. Okay, don't need more than that. So let's get this in first. That goes in. Let's bring in a pan, full heat, about 4 or 5 blobs of butter. We will be sending you this butter as well, so don't sweat. It'll be there for you. Mushroom has been cleaned and kept in. This is the mushroom sauce, which kind of is a korma, I could call it. And it's very gently spiced. It's the white pepper, the cardamom, a little bit of clove as well, ginger and garlic. Very thin, smooth, very silky. Okay, so here we go. Add all of it. And keep the heat really high. I've kept the heat on. We've got some pepper, black pepper. Love black pepper and mushroom. Black pepper, mushroom, salt, garlic. That's my favorite combination, okay? Absolutely love it. Idea is to prepare this mushroom, just saute it gently, okay? And there's a mixture of wild mushrooms. There are various names for it. It gets too complicated when you start talking about it, but there are varieties of mushroom. Even as a chef, I find this world very complicated, but also very fascinating. Let's bring the sauce to complete boil, which is very important. I'm not going to add any butter or anything into it, not required. I just want to make sure the sauce starts bubbling. It needs to be hot. Right, so that's ready. This is perfectly ready. Looks wonderful. And the smell, I can tell you, it's so beautiful. I'm just going to switch off the heat and keep it aside. Sauce, I'll keep it bubbling on this one. Get a plate ready. And put that in the gate, the door. I joke with my kids all the time. That's why I get this word on my vocabulary, the gate, because my son leaves the oven door open all the time, and I say it's not your gate, it's the door of the oven, and the temperature needs to be preserved in there. So this sauce is quite nice and hot. Look, it's smoking away, and I'll just give one bubble and take it off. That's it. So what I'm going to do is pour the sauce right underneath as the base and not spread it too much, and then take two mushrooms, one after the other, and I'm going to keep the butter in because that helps me to keep the moistness in there. Okay, and take some of this sauteed mushroom, pour it in here and let it fall a bit also. It looks beautiful. Okay, idea is to make it look a little rustic, if you may. Okay, and then the second cup goes on top, and more mushroom. You don't have to add too much on this one. Goes in. I got some of this sitting here. If you were in good times, I would have some beautiful green stuff to garnish these things as garnishing kit. Okay folks, so that's my portobello roasted mushroom, or baked mushroom if you may call it, with wild sorted mushrooms and mushroom curry or mushroom velouté. Hope you'll enjoy it. The next recipe is of paneer, and we have got what we have taken. We've taken paneer block and we have stuffed it with mango and goji berry mixture, which is really sweet and nice but spicy at the same time. And then we have marinated paneer with tandoori marinade with yogurt, ginger garlic, garam masala and all that. And we have part cooked it for you, so it's quite rich, perfect for Valentine's evening. So well, all you have to do is actually place it on a tray lined with butter paper, okay, and keep the oven ready at 180/200. I've kept it at 180, and that goes in for about 6-7 minutes. So let's time it for, I'll say 7 minutes. It should be perfectly cooked. So meanwhile, I have a kind of makhani sauce, but we have varied the recipe a bit to suit the paneer better. Okay, so that's on the go here. I'll move it here to heat it and let it bubble up. Pan ready for my spinach, and let's put 3, 4, 5 blocks of butter. Let it melt. You could use oil. If you don't want to use butter, you could easily use oil, no problem there, okay? So I like sauteing spinach or vegetables, especially leafy vegetables, and a bit of a mixture of butter and garlic. We are only sending you butter, but if you don't want butter, then just use normal cooking oil, or even sunflower oil would do actually. Okay, while it's heating up, I want this to come to life as well, very quickly. If this sauce gets left over, don't throw it. It's an amazing sauce. You could make any vegetables, just saute it in a little bit of cumin, ginger, garlic, add the vegetables, and then add this sauce into it and finish it. And if you wanted to stretch the quantity, after finishing the cooking, add 1 tablespoon of yogurt into it to enrich the sauce. Whoops, I made a mistake here. Happens. I'm gonna turn this down and come back to clean it. And the spinach goes in, and I'll let it sit here for about 3-4 minutes. A little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. What a mess. I'll get told off by the boss. Clean up quickly. That's why I hate this particular spoon, because it's quite tricky to deal with. Clean up. Here we are. How much more time to go? We got 3 more minutes to go. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this wilting. You don't want it to wilt too much as well. So I can always reduce the heat or remove it from the source of the heat. I'm only guiding. I hope you will add your own infusions to it. I'm not going to stop you because I'm not there to live. You can do whichever way you want it. Okay? So this is done. I think by the time paneer comes out, it'll be nicely wilted. And I'm going to switch off the heat because there's enough heat in the pan to keep wilting the spinach. Okay, 2 more minutes to go. Spinach is nicely wilted and it's quite warm and hot. Don't need to worry more about it. So all I want to do is actually just fill the pan so that if there were juices to go, they can go aside. We got a plate ready here. Perfect. Look at that. So beautifully cooked. I don't know if you can see it in the pan. I'll bring it here closer so you can see it. The way I want to plate it is put a little bit of spinach on the side of the plate here. Just a nice dainty little bed, and with another spoon. You want to pick up 2 pieces per person would be absolutely right. And that's good. Pour the sauce gently. Bingo. Done. So another beautiful dish ready. So just to recap, what we have here is tandoori paneer stuffed with mango and goji berry, sorted spinach, and tomato sauce to go with that, which is kind of makhani. Hope you'll enjoy this. Right, the next recipe I have is of cauliflower and aubergine, okay? And the sauce is, we call it tenga sauce, which is made with spices, onions, ginger, garlic, cumin, all sorts of stuff goes in, and we finish it with really rich coconut. So these aubergine steaks have been seared and marinated. They were pan grilled for you. And the cauliflower, which is really typical preparation of that region where they cook it over ambers. When I say typical of that region, in the sense our food comes from Seven Sisters State. So it's black pepper, garlic is quite a heavy play here. And the steaks have been pan fried and baked in the oven, okay? And so are the aubergine steaks as well. So sauce is here, okay? Really simplistic recipe. And I have pickled cauliflower, which I'm going to keep it here only and add towards the end. And I got lots of chives to go in there, which is important for this recipe. Now this goes in for about 5-7 minutes, okay? And let's put a blob of butter on top of each. And that's it. 5 minutes, comes back, put it on the plate, and it gives you plenty of time to sip your champagne. So let's bring the sauce back to life. And also the piccalilli is here. And here comes the sizzling, hot and sizzling food. Let's put the plates. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So tenga sauce generally is quite thick, and if you just put a spoon, it'll just spread on its own. Just remember it's a 7/8 course meal. Plenty of food to go through, so take your time to eat this meal, but also balance it out with the quantity. As I said, we could be sending you a lot more than you would need for one meal, but eat as much as you can. Try not to overdo it. You want to stay healthy and fit as well, very important. So I like it a little leaning on the side, so it's not sitting right on that. And then we have the piccalilli, which is kind of pickle, but English pickle, I would say, made with little Indian ethos. Drop it a few pieces here and there. There's no pattern to it, just sporadically, and stick it on top. And For the drinks, I would say, the entire meal, open a great bottle of wine, I would say that. This is the occasion you want to flaunt it as well. We have some fantastic list of great wines at Kanishka. You can choose one from there, or I'm sure you have one in your cellar which you can use. Right, so just to recap, we've got roasted aubergine and cauliflower with a coconut tenga sauce, all the way from Kanishka. Enjoy. Rather than making small dainty desserts for you, we thought let's give you a little hearty dessert. So we made two beautiful cakes for you. Okay, so they're both heart-shaped. It's Valentine. I hope you'll enjoy this, and we have sent some petit fours as well. And I hope you've continued drinking champagne, or you've saved your champagne glass each for the end of the meal. Hope you'll enjoy this. So just to recap, the desserts are the chocolate praline gâteau, and the other one is raspberry cheesecake. And we have a few petit fours to go with your tea, coffee, or your liqueurs. Enjoy your evening. Have a fantastic Valentine's Day. Stay in love, stay happy, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll see you all soon back at Kanishka. Cheers.